Yo, boss, I sent.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finds his man. It's Lofton. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Canes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times They don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB, and so many things to look at.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know.
There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs. Coming into this one.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield. It's Beck. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. When you break into the top 5, halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Hurricanes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from around the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Toss to the outside. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's back. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Finds his man. It's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work.
29 Philly, 2
takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Beck. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays. And
he'll finish the line and the end zone. Touchdown, Cade. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance. And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on. No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss. Turning it on. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the 2nd level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Tigers get enough to move the chains. You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that. And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Punts it out of the air. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They are executing beautifully.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's back. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Feels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Fires to the big fella. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the ground, it's Adams. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
To throw on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I know this offense came out here in the 2nd half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. the gun, running back on the move.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Fletcher. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first.
Oh, he's got some space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Hurricanes are rolling down the field. Looking for space. It's Pringle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They want to run it left here. Finding open areas. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times in home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for room. It's Springle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Beck. He fires one deep over the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He might want another play. Fires left. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run it to the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the draw. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Touchdown, Tigers!
that, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The sure hands, it's Carney. Made a defender miss. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
It's complete. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. They'll try to run it in. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, that's a nice job by this defense. Aggressive, all near the line of scrimmage, taking away all the space. And that's a big stop. Now, you're only down 1. Now a field goal, in turn, can go give you the lead in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he can go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
It's caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. They're down to the 25 on first and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. A little release to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know,
Touchdown, Clemson! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's back. Firing to the right, complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And back to the air on second down. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Daniels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game?
And it's picked off at the goal line. Bringing it back. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. Not all close games are created.
GG's. Yeah, that nigga suck. I'm still gonna make the conference championship. Yeah. Rolling up.
Yeah, bro.
Huh? You so far. I told you to come lay down here. You talk about no. Come this way.